goes, Mr. Smith. Eating something that's different with you. No hurry. I'll wait. When you pull yourself together, you can maybe explain to me what you're doing here.
I think I ought to tell you something.
Good.
It's about this flat.
Yes?
It's mine.
Yours?
Yes.
You didn't mention anything to me this morning about that at your other flat in Wimbledon.
No.
Even when I mentioned to you that there was another John Smith who resided in a flat in Streatham.
No.
Slipped your memory, did it?
No, there is no other John Smith. Only me. I see. Both flats are mine.
I see.
But Mary, Mrs. Smith, doesn't know I have this flat.
I see.
It's a little place I keep for,
collecting stamps?
Something like that, yes. My little den where I go for peace and quiet.
Yes, that's what I reckon too. I reckon you've got a little piece here, you want to keep quiet.
Nothing like that.
I reckon you are leading a double life.
No.
Hey, you don't laugh.
That's my daily help. Sweet little girl. Get on with your work, Barbara. I'll be with you in a moment, Barbara.
How many are you studying for?
You're so cheeky these days. If I don't walk away, she gets nothing done. Get on with your work, Barbara.
Very nice, you go for it, Kaylee.
Well, she's more like a weekly, a couple of hours. Not expensive. I'll go.
Allow me. I think I'd rather you'd stay here, Mr. Smith. We don't want you wandering off again, do we? Banging your head again, do we?
Coming, darling.
What is Lisa's not saying that?
I was walking around, darling.
What's wrong with you?
It's frustration. Come on.
What?
I want us both to get into bed right now and have really crazy sex.
You're not going to lunch.
Hell, that I feel like daddy.
Probably all that newspaper you need.
Whatever it is, I will waste it. Let's say crossed. I tell you what, you go get yourself stripped, you gorgeous animal.
Hang on. Didn't doorbell go just now?
Yes. You get into bed and I'll see them all. And don't start without me.
Well, look who's arrived. It's Mr. Gardner.
I'm ever so sorry, John.
Oh, no.
I expect he thinks this is a labor exchange, does he?
I suppose the game is up.
Oh, God.
Oh, it's all right, Stanley. I couldn't expect to get away with it forever.
But you don't have to say anything, sir.
No, I want to.
Now, if there's any criminal activity involved, you might care to speak to your solicitor.
Oh, bloody hell.
Don't worry, Stanley. You'll be all right. It's you I'm worried about. That's noble, Stan, considering your position.
My position?
Shall I tell him all with you?
Tell me what?
I bet you guessed, Sergeant.
Guess what?
The reason for me having two flats. Stanley and I are like that.
Like what?
That way inclined.
What do you mean, sir?
You know. Yes! The love that dare not speak its name. You see, Sergeant, this dear man, flat in Wimbledon above Mrs. Smith and myself, and well, it was love at first sight, wasn't it, Stan? He's choked. I fought it. God knows I fought it. I've always been straight, you see. Stan's queer from where? But I succumbed. I soon realized I couldn't go on seeing my dear wife in our own home, so Stan and I got this place. Our little love nest.
I don't quite know what to say.
Well, I do. I'm sorry, John.
You're not as much as I am, darling.
I've done my best, as I do.
Hey, precious.
I am not gay.
I'm not too happy if I have. It's a very delicate situation, Sergeant. My Mary discovered I was AC/DC. AC/DC. Don't get in a tizzy, Stanley. That's Barbara cleaning the bedroom. I had to lock her in as usual.
Stuff is such a headache these days.
Knock that off and get on with cleaning the toilet.
Get off!
You'll have to speak with her, Stanley. You're the only one she'll listen to. I have Mr. Gardner with me. You know.
Mr. Gardner?
Mr. Gardner?
Yes.
You mean that funny fellow?
That's the one. You can leave Mr. Gardner and I on our own, Barbara.
What's he doing here?
Don't let it upset you, Barbara.
Has he brought his cucumber with him?
Barbara doesn't really approve of Stanley. She's very strange, living on a pet. Don't bother us for a moment, Barbara.
I won't.
I would like to say, categorically.
And you said it very well, Stanley. He's been practicing.
I think I might be going.
Oh, must you?
Yes, it seems I put 2 and 2 together and made it come up 5.
We all make mistakes, and there won't be any reason for this to go any further, will there?
No, I suppose not.
Stanley and I would be awfully grateful, wouldn't we, Ducky?
But I really think that you should get home to your wife.
Mary?
Yes, you'll probably be needed there to look after her. She's had some rather distressing news.
Has she?
Yes, about the grandparents.
What's the matter?
Yes, Mr. Gardner knows all about it. He was there when he received the sad tidings.
What's a sad tidings, exactly?
Shall you tell him or will I, sir?
I don't care who tells him.
Well, that sounds a bit callous.
I feel a bit callous.
Now, see here, just because you and Mrs. Smith are rivals for his affections, doesn't mean...
What exactly happened to Mary's grandparents?
They fell off the side of a mountain, sir.
Mountain?
Yes, the Canadian Rockies.
Rockies?
Yes.
I didn't even know they'd left Sydney.
Sydney?
They were staying with Mary's brother, Sidney. Sidney lives in Cincinnati.
Could we start at the beginning, please?
I'm afraid they're both dead, sir.
Mary's grandparents?
Yes, sir.
Both of them?
Yes, they're on a hiking holiday, apparently. This must come as a bit of a shock to you.
It does. Mary's grandfather's been in a wheelchair for 25 years now.
Yes, but apparently his wife would push him anywhere.
Anyway, at a time like this, I really think you should be home with your wife, sir.
Yes, I'm sure it's got her sideways, and so it has me. I'll get some more details from Mr. Gardner, and then I'll hurry on home to Mary.
Yes, and I really think you should stay with Mary. Hello?
Oh, is that 6743105?
Yes, Detective Sergeant Troughton speaking.
Oh, good, I got straight through this time. It's Mrs. Smith calling.
Oh, Mrs. Smith?
From Kenilworth Avenue? You called on us earlier this morning.
Yes, I remember. I thought you said your wife didn't know anything about this place.
She doesn't!
I think I can explain. You shut up.
Hello?
I'm sorry, somebody was interrupting.
Oh, trouble on the line again.
Beg pardon?
Well, the last time I dialed this number, all I got was heavy breathing.
Oh, heavy breathing, I see.
Oh, I think she's not
Sit
holding
down
on.
and shut up.
Well, I'm very worried about my husband's behavior.
Your husband's behavior.
She's saying you sit down too, Tinkerbell.
He's been acting very, very queer just lately.
Queer. I see. I think she may have sussed you out.
He rang me to say he'd be home in less than 5 minutes, and that was 20 minutes ago. So, you know, I'm getting anxious with everything that's happened.
Yes, I still don't understand why you're ringing this number.
I think I can explain.
Shut up.
I'm ringing because of my husband.
Because of your husband. Oh, yes, your cover's been blown, my darlings.
Hello?
Yes, I'm sorry. I was just trying to ascertain why you would ring this particular number.
Because it's yours.
Mine?
Isn't this a good place to get you?
What, me here?
Yes, you and the men.
What the?
The men you have under you. Don't you operate from there?
Now, see here, Mrs. Smith. Don't try to implicate me in your husband's activities.
I thought that's what you were paid to do.
Well, I'm not.
I suppose it's too little
not too much smearing of the police going on nowadays. I'm a perfectly straight and normal officer, I am, and it's not my fault if your husband and Mr. Gardner are a couple of pansies.
Pansies?
I'm sad to say your suspicions are correct. Mr. Gardner's one from way back, and your husband's just turned.
Just turned?
Yes.
But John smokes a pipe.
I don't care if he smokes kippers. He's a Nancy. Yes, I'm with them both now. They've just admitted it.
John and Stanley?
Yes, I know that this must be a bit of a shock to you, but you were on to them already, weren't you?
And you're with them now?
In my official capacity, and that is all.
But you haven't arrested them, though, have you?
Of course not. Not illegal.
Well, then why are they at the police station?
No, they're at their flat in Streatham. 47 Owen Road, Streatham, SW16. Mrs. Smith, hello. And where are you girls off to?
I thought I'd get home and comfort my wife.
Yes, and I thought I'd find someone to comfort me.
I think the best place you can go is abroad.
Yes, I think that's a very good idea, actually.
Well, I'll just go back to the station and make my report.
I think we should tell them that someone's got hold of the wrong end of the stick.
Well, that's one way of putting it. Appears to me that Mr. Smith had a perfectly normal and happy marriage until you came mincing into his life.
Me? He just told my wife I'm a pansy. He told her I was one too. He thinks I'm a practicing homosexual.
Actually practicing.
He's going to put it in a police report. It'll be on police records that I'm a poof.
Oh, well,
We'll probably be inundated.
stop thinking about yourself for a minute. He gave Mary this address. Then I'll ring her up and say I'm on my way home to Spain.
Oh, God. Homosexual. I have trouble convincing some people I'm homo sapien.
None of this would have happened if you just stayed in Wimbledon.
Oh, you are ungrateful. I came here to tell you that your picture's in the papers.
I know.
I had to tear it out.
I had to bloody well eat it.
Why don't you simply confess?
I was doing all right till you started helping me. There's no reply. She probably fainted.
Your stuff's getting difficult now.
Come in, darling.
What is going on in here? Oh,
You haven't met my farming friend, Mr. Gardner, have you?
no.
Stanley was just leaving. Wasn't it sweet of him to drive over?
Yes.
That's a lovely chat. Did you know that Mr. Gardner's cow has still not discovered a mate?
Really?
Why do you reckon that is, Mr. Gardner?
Maybe all the Staffordshire bulls are gay.
Goofy bulls. Could be. Well, I can't help you any further. That's not really my line of country.
And he would appreciate it if you would stop involving him. We are not interested in farming.
Oh, who the hell is?
It's all right, Stanley. My wife doesn't mean to be rude.
Yes, I do. This is supposed to be our day off together, and you seem more keen to spend it discussing bloody cattle with Stanley. But I'm going to go get ready for bed. You can either join me, or you can go back to Stanley's farm and bed down with him. Well, that's probably one of your old cows now.
Now look what you've done. Me? Yes. You've ruined both of my marriages.
The only one who is ruined around here is me.
Have you looked at your ceiling?
I thought St. Joseph's anything coming through.
The whole bloody lot went over. 2 gallons of red paint for bloody million. Well, sorry to intrude, Ducky. Told you I'd get familiar. Finished your newspaper, did you?
Yes.
And what you have for dessert? Reader's Digest? Hello!
Hello.
Mr. Gardner is a farming friend of my husband's.
Oh, yes, King Edward. Pleased to meet you.
Yes, thank you.
No, it's no joke, darling. Red paint all over the bathroom floor. And I'm worried it may be coming through your ceiling.
I'm sure it isn't.
You see, I'm thinking that our bathroom is probably right over yours.
I wouldn't know. It doesn't matter.
I'll go bang on the bathroom floor and you listen. Yours is probably directly beneath.
I'm sure it won't come through.
But you don't want to see me through, darling. Especially if you're on the bar. Bobby will get it.
Yes, well, in that case, I think I'll be shutting off.
Oh, lost you.
Yes, a good idea. Why don't you give me a ring, maybe, to let me know how things are on the farm?
Yes, do keep up the bulletins.
Gentlemen on the way out, sit right here. Sergeant Woodhouse inside.
Yes, Waterhouse from Stretta.
Yes, I'm sorry to barge in once more.
Oh, it's all right.
Yes, Sergeant. The more the merrier. If you need anything from me, Sergeant, I shall be in bed.
I think that will be necessary. Since you did, I said.
Oh, it's nothing. So, what can I do for you, Sergeant?
Well, I thought you'd just like it. Did I?
Hey! We've got a visitor. We've met.
Mr. Smith.
Yes.
No, the other Mr. Smith.
Other Mr. Smith. Your namesake from Wimbledon. Oh, yes! Mr. Smith dropped in to introduce himself. Yes, I dropped in and landed here.
I bet you were surprised when he turned up.
Yes, I was actually, yes.
2 John Smiths, taxi driver. Straight to the cranium. It's 1,000,000 to 1 chance.
It's practically unbelievable, isn't it?
Anyway, it's all okay. Mr. Smith here verified the situation vis-a-vis the mix-up of the names over at the hospital.
Well, thanks, John. No, don't mention it, John.
So, no problems.
No problems, but thanks for calling.
Yes, and I'm sorry if I arrived at this slightly inopportune moment this morning, Mr. Smith.
Oh, no.
He was planning on getting Mrs. Smith into bed.
Was he? Sure you can understand, it was a very difficult situation.
We're used to getting involved in domestic squabbles. But like I said to Mrs. Smith after you left, don't take it out on little Stanley.
Hang on. Stanley is my little boy. Hey? Mary's mine. Little Stanley. Oh, little Stanley, yes.
I decided to give you 5 minutes to join me in bed.
Darling, we've got visitors.
Oh, don't mind me, I'm broad-minded. Must be petty. Wednesday morning, NWW.
Are you staying long, Sergeant?
I'm just on my way, Mrs. Smith. I bet you were surprised too when this gentleman turned up.
Nothing he does would surprise me.
With them having so much in common then.
Oh, don't tell me. Bullets.
Beg your pardon.
I'll be with you in a moment. Less than 5 minutes.
And in that time, perhaps you could resolve your future relationship with Stanley?
His relationship with Stanley.
Oh, it's very easy to explain. Oh, yes, Mrs. Smith and I were discussing with the other Mrs. Smith that he might like to have little Stanley fostered with us here.
Fostered?
Just a suggestion.
Are things as bad as that at home?
Oh, and getting worse all the time.
Might be the best thing for the little lad.
Yes, well, come along, I'll see you out.
Right.
1 second, folks. Sergeant, I'm sure you'd like a nice cup of tea.
Tea?
Mr. Smith, why don't you go in the kitchen with the sergeant, put the kettle on, I'm going to go answer the bell, and deal with whoever it may be.
A cup of tea would go down quite nicely, actually, sir.
Yes, well, right this way, Sergeant, after you.
Right here, we'll have a good old chat over a cuppa. You can tell me all about your problems with little Stanley.
Little Stanley is likely to get arrested for bloody murder. Stanley's at bloody school! Mr. Smith, Stanley's father! What is it? What happened, Mr. Smith? Won't keep Mr. Smith a second, Sergeant. Help yourself to sandwiches. Disaster! What? Mary, what about her? Outside. No. Went to answer the bell, open the front door. Mary, what did you do? I nearly died. What did she do? She didn't have time to do anything. I slammed the door in her face. Don't think she took the hint. No. Did she look cross? She looked like a woman who just been told her husband was a pansy. Yes, I can very well imagine that look. You need Miss Stanley. Me, she thinks I'm the one who turned you. Well, then, better go find out about Barbara. Yes, well, I go back, eh? No, that's no good. Well, it's one thing at the moment. Yes, but she's already seen you. Well, don't say to you. We're having two ideas.
Oh, yes. Oh, sorry, darling. Mr. Gardner was just showing me how his potato grading machine works. It's fascinating.
I don't know if either you or Mr. Gardner have noticed, but there is someone at the front door.
Oh, I take care of it.
They don't seem to be aware of that.
Oh, been down to the place already. Damn nuisance, aren't they? Yes.
Who is it?
Well, you might well ask.
I am asking.
Yes. It's a nun.
A nun?
Yes. From that convent on the other side of Streatham Common.
What does she want?
We're collecting for charity. I've got an idea.
No, I've got a better one. I'll do the tea, you do the nun.
Stanley!
Stanley's at bloody school.
Mr. Smith, Stanley's father.
What is it?
I think I have a little word, Mr. Smith. Won't keep Mr. Smith the second, Sergeant. Help yourself to sandwiches. Disaster! Oh, Mary.
What about it?
Outside.
No.
Went to answer the bell, opened the front door. Mary.
What did you do?
I nearly died.
What did she do?
Oh, she didn't have time to do anything. I slammed the door in her face.
I don't think she took the hint.
No!
Did she look cross?
She looked like a woman who'd just been told her husband was a pansy.
Yes, I can very well imagine that.
You deal with her, Stanley.
No. She thinks I'm the one who turned you.
Anything's better than her finding out about Barbara. I can go the back way.
No, you can't. She's already seen you.
Oh, it's the best I can think of.
You deal with it, Sam. No, you deal with it.
Of course, darling. Mr. Gardner was just showing me how his potato grading machine works. Fascinating.
I don't know if either you or Mr. Gardner have noticed, but there is someone at the front door.
I've dealt with it.
They don't seem to be aware of that.
I've been down twice already. Damn nuisance all day.
Yes.
Well, who is it?
Oh, you might well ask.
I am asking.
It's a nun.
None.
Yes, from the other side of Streatham Common.
What does she want?
Collecting for charity. I've got an idea.
No, I've got a better one. I'll do the tea, you do the nun.
I'd like a drawing you first.
I'll sort her out.
You haven't had much luck so far, I'll go.
No. If she sees you, she'll go through the roof. I'll tell her that 2 donations is all she's going to get.
And perhaps you'll be as fond of Mr. Gardner?
Oh, yes.
Because if you don't come to bed, my lad, right now, I'll go and stay in a hotel by myself.
If you do, could you go out the back way? Stanley!
Stanley's at bloody school.
Mr. Smith, Stanley's father.
What is it?
I have a little word, Mr. Smith. Won't keep Mr. Smith the second, Sergeant. Help yourself to sandwiches. Disaster! Oh, Mary.
What about it?
Outside.
No.
Went to answer the bell, opened the front door. Mary.
What did you
I
do?
nearly died.
What did she do?
She didn't have time to do anything. I slammed the door in her face.
I don't think she took the hint.
No.
Did she look cross?
She looked like a woman who just been told her husband was a pansy.
Yes, I can very well imagine that look.
Oh, you deal with this, Stanley.
No. I'm the one who turned you. There's not many things better than finding out about Barbara. I can go the back way.
No, you can't. She's already seen you.
Oh, it's the best I can think of.
You have to go. You deal with it, Stan. No, you deal with it.
Darling, Mr. Garner was just showing me how his potato grading machine works. Fascinating.
I don't know if either you or Mr. Garner have noticed, but there is someone at the front door.
I doubted it.
They don't seem to be aware of that.
I've been down twice already. Dan Newsom's all day. Yes.
Well, who is it?
Oh, you might well ask.
I am asking.
It's a nun. Yes, from the other side of Stretton Hall.
What does she want?
Collecting for charity. I've got an idea.
No, I've got a better one. I'll do the tea, you do the nun.
I'm drawing you for a cup of tea.
I'll sort her out.
You haven't had much luck so far, I don't know.
No. If she sees you, she'll go through the roof. I'll tell her that 2 donations is all she's going to get.
Then perhaps you'll be as fond of Mr. Garner?
Oh, yes.
Because if you don't come to bed, my lad, right now, I'll go and stay in a hotel by myself.
If you do, could you go out the back way?
Now hold on, Sophia.
I've been at that front door for ages.
Yes, well, you found the back way, eh?
Oh, now, what's going on here? What are you and John doing in Streatham? And what's all this about you being a couple of pansies?
One question at a time, please.
Everything all right, Mrs. Smith?
No, it's not. I'd like to know what my husband's doing in this flat.
Oh, so he'll be only too happy to tell you.
Yes, I'm sure he will.
John slammed the door in my face.
Did you?
John did.
I heard you!
How about that cup of tea, Sergeant?
All right. Would you listen to me, Mrs. Smith? I think what's being proposed here could solve all your problems.
And what exactly is being proposed?
That Stanley come to live here with Mr. Smith.
Oh, just make a bloody tea.
You crafty, scheming little fairy!
Now, Mary.
There's me thinking John's out driving his taxi every night, and all the time he's shouting up at you in Streatham!
It's all right, she's gone.
Oh, Mary!
Go on, it's Stanley's turn now.
She's a bit upset.
Oh, darling, you can tell me all about it on the way home.
No, you are bloody home, aren't you?
Not so loud, darling.
Who's that?
Sort of person, that's all. I'm dealing with the lady who was at the front door.
I don't care what you're doing, open this door now!
I think I lost the key.
Not me!
Here we go, darling, come on.
Open this door!
What on earth's going on?
There's nothing going on. Oh!
Anyone not take sugar? I'll let you put your own in.
I shall probably bring you from a hotel. You can now stay the night if you like. I hope you collect more than I have. Don't you normally have a habit?
Sorry. How do you do? What was that all about?
That was Lofty.
Lofty?
Yes. Lofty's a transvestite.
Transvestite?
A man who dresses up in women's clothes.
I know what a transvestite is.
Oh, good.
That was a man?
Yes. Lofty's amazing when he dolls himself up.
And he's going to walk down the street like that?
Yes.
That's incredible.
Yes. Lofty's a friend of Stanley's.
Lofty is not a friend of Stanley's. They just had a bust up. Lofty is a friend of your husband's.
John?
Let's just say we share him.
We don't share him.
let's not fight over him, Stanley. Mary's had enough shocks, so when they haven't, you gone away.
Damn well have! You've never shown any of these kinky signs at home.
Not at the time.
I think I'm so surprised about you.
Are you all deaf or what?
Some other time.
What about my banging?
What banging?
Cyril and I have been banging away up there for ages. Tapping away like Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers.
Never mind.
But you don't want to see me through, Ducky. Hello. You're new around here, aren't you?
Yes.
I'm from upstairs.
How do you do?
Nicely, Ducky. That's a very pretty dress, if I may say so.
Yes. It's mine.
Come back later.
Later may be too late, sunshine. 2 gallons of red paint slurping about up there.
It'll be all right.
The way Cyril's going at it won't. Try and soak it up with a little makeup sponge of his.
I'm sure it won't come through.
I've got to get your bathroom. Yours is through here, is it?
Won't come through.
Right. Tease up. Now, who's going to be mother?
Take your pick.
I'm not superstitious. Oh.
And what exactly are you doing here?
Oh, don't worry, it's not official anymore. I'm just being the good fairy.
You'll excuse me, I won't stay for tea. I must go to your bar. I can't satisfy myself.
He's gone with us.
Who's the tea then?
Oh, what a good idea. A nice cup of tea.
Oh, a cup of tea.
No tea for me.
Right, and what about Mrs. Smith?
I said no tea for me.
No, I meant the other Mrs. Smith.
What other Mrs. Smith?
The one who lives here.
He means Lofty.
Is he meant lofty?
Yes.
Or wound up?
Yes.
Lofty. I like it. Lofty. Do you know what I call mine?
Yours?
Mind you, we've been together a lot longer than Mr. Smith and Miss Lofty. We've had 20 years of it.
No sugar for me, please.
I call mine gruesome. It's just a joke, of course.
Oh, does everybody at it?
It's just a really silly sort of game, really.
A game.
Yes, a game. No harm, 2 lumps me, please.
Yes, I think actually my wife has grown quite accustomed to gruesome.
Your wife doesn't mind?
Why not? She's got a name for me.
Oh, I bet she has.
Guess what it is?
Cynthia?
No. Pussy.
Why pussy?
She reckons I'm always purring.
Such an understanding wife, I'm not surprised.
Lovely.
And she's perfectly happy about gruesome.
Well, after 20 years, she ought to be.
This is a real eye-opener. Does your gruesome dress up like his lofty?
Only when we go out dancing together.
That was very nice cup of tea.
Yes, it was. Very nice.
Yes, thank you so much for the chat and all the advice.
Well, my pleasure. I know how important a happy marriage must be, but we must learn to adjust when there are difficulties.
You see? Yes, you see.
I don't think I'm prepared to adjust as much as Pussy's wife did.
Well, give and take, really. Now, I'd like nothing more than to see Mr. Smith kiss and make up with his Lofty. And for you to have that morning in bed with him.
I see. And you think that will give me a happy marriage, do you?
Definitely, Mrs. Smith.
Well, I think you're a perverted old poof!
Mrs. Smith's a bit upset, Sergeant. Remember her grandparents.
That was the other sergeant.
Was it?
My grandparents?
It's okay.
Has something happened to Granny and Granddad?
No.
Then why did you mention them?
Because I thought that he would remember them, but he doesn't remember them because he told the other one.
Why did Mrs. Smith call me a perverted old fool?
She's upset about her grandparents.
Oh, I see.
But John said they were all...
Oh, they're fine. They're staying with your brother Sidney.
Sydney.
Lives in Cincinnati.
Cincinnati.
Yes.
Stanley's putty.
Oh, is he still using one of those? Oh my God! You must deal with her, sir. Just it seemed to be Stanley's potty that
I'll get a bucket from your kitchen.
Who the hell is that?
It's upstairs.
Shall I ring for a doctor, sir?
No, I think our friend here ought to take her home.
Oh, she's in no fit state to go anywhere.
Hang on a second, I've got those pills the hospital gave me.
Well, is that advisable, sir?
They're only for headaches, they can't do any harm. Get some water, will you?
One more time, but I really must go. Who is that?
The police.
Oh, God, help us all. Buster Wild.
Water!
Yeah, drink that and swallow these.
Oh, drink that.
No! Oh my God! God, how many did she take? About a dozen! Bloody hell!
Make her sick.
What?
Make her sick. Where's the bathroom?
Right, through there. Lift. Come on. Whoa!
Ooh, an orgy!
She took some pills.
Oh, make her sick.
Thank you. Salt water, Mr. Smith.
Salt water, right?
It's a bicarbonate of soda. It's a vinegar.
God, she'll explode.
Do as you're told, Mr. Smith.
Are you Mr. Smith as well?
Oh, don't you bloody stop. Barbara! I thought you were supposed to be in a hotel.
Well, it all seemed pretty silly, really, darling.
Oh, no, very good idea, actually. I'll meet you there later.
Wait a minute, what's going on here?
Doing this, nothing doing here.
Well, there seems to be something doing in the bedroom.
Bedroom?
The police sergeant just carried it up through there.
Oh, yes, she had a bit of a come-over.
Good God, what brought that on?
We wouldn't donate. She became hysterical and felt sick.
Good God.
Yes, it was a sort of a religious relapse.
Well, what's his mama doing?
Oh, good thing he was still here. He's a bit of a cat.
How about Mr. Franklin? He looked like he'd been given a blood transfusion.
Yes, well, he's just dealing with the paint that's coming through the ceiling. Now, let's get you back to that hotel.
A woman's work is never done. Oh my God, where the hell have you been? All hell's broken loose around here.
So I've been told.
I'm absolutely abject about the paint, darling.
Don't worry.
Oh, you will be worried. It's like swinging hot celery.
John, you got to deal with Lofty. I thought you were staying in a hotel. She thought it was silly.
How's your nun?
Hello? How's Sister Mary? Hills are along. Sound of Mary. Is she feeling better? I'm afraid so, yes.
Did she explain why she wasn't wearing the usual sort of get-up?
Usual? Oh, yes. She's unorthodox, isn't she? Yes, very.
She's swearing like a trooper. Oh, hello, Mrs. Smith.
How is she?
Still feeling a bit rotten. Do you think she might rest up on your bed for a bit?
Certainly.
Oh, that wasn't a very good idea, Sergeant.
Why not?
They don't want his Mrs. Smith getting violent with mine. Mrs. Smith don't want mine. Mrs. Smith getting violent with his Mrs. Smith.
Why should either of them get violent?
Trying your fun and games with me, Lofty.
What on earth did I do?
You took my dress off.
Only so that I could get you into bed.
Ambidextrous.
It's all a bit of a misunderstanding. Would you like to put that in writing?
I'll sort out her dress.
It won't fit you, pussy.
Just relax.
Don't you call me sister.
She's probably still a novice, you see.
In this company, I bloody well am.
What's such language?
There we are.
Oh, God, the vice squad knew about you lot.
I'm sure her behavior it all stems from her relationship with Stanley.
Stanley?
It damn well does.
Do you know Stanley?
Oh, yes. But don't worry. You keep it.
No, you must think seriously before having the little lad adopted.
I'll drive you to the convent.
What the hell do I want to go to a convent for?
I think that might be the best solution for all of us.
I'm convinced Stanley's at the bottom of everything.
Too bloody true, pussy.
Is this all because you wouldn't give her a donation?
What he gives me is a damn sight more natural than what he
Thank you, Sister Mary!
Oh, sister, is Mr. Smith your brother? Show us some affections.
Hello.
She was behaving before.
Yes.
Well, that too, but it's not natural these two agreeing not to have any sex.
Excuse me.
Really, that was very indelicate.
Well, that's what her trouble is. She's not getting her rations.
She doesn't want any rations. She's married to him.
They're divorced now.
Your wife is being married to that fellow who lives up there.
Yes.
I mean, him.
Surprising, isn't it?
It's amazing. And Stanley is his son or yours?
His.
So you're Stanley's stepfather?
Yes. On my mother's side.
That explains Stanley's psychological problem.
I'll tell Mr. Smith you'd like to see him.
Oh, thanks. Sorry to interrupt with your cleaning. Oh, you're still here, I see.
It's become a way of life, really.
May I ask who you are, sir?
May I ask who you are?
Well, he did ask you first.
Who are you?
I'm a police officer.
Let's start again. Detective Sergeant Troutman, Wimbledon, CID.
Oh, Detective Sergeant Porterhouse, Streatham, CID.
Are you here on official business?
Sort of semi. You?
Sort of a semi. You're from Streatham, you there?
That's right.
May I see some identification, please?
Of course. Oh. Only, I don't have any on me. I said it was only semi-official. May I see your identification, please?
Certainly. Mrs. I just came by to tell your husband we wouldn't be taking the matter any further.
Oh, take it as far as you like. This is a right porno place, this is.
Porno place?
I know a little bit about Mrs. Smith's situation, Sergeant. The poor girl's got this obsession with sex.
Hark, who's talking?
She's got herself off, you see.
Pity you haven't.
It's all very understandable.
Is it? I think I'd like you to be quiet until I've checked you out.
Check me out.
Ask him about his dance routine with Russo.
Hello, Sergeant! Good morning again, Mr. Smith.
That sister hit me.
And you'll get another one too if you touch me again, Lofty.
Is that lady your sister?
Lady? Come on, show us your boobs, I dare you.
Hang on now!
Let's just bring the mother superior and get her out of here.
Mother who?
I'm staying where I am.
It's Stanley and her ex-husband at the post office.
I thought I'd ask you to be quiet, sir.
Are you a police officer?
Yes, I am. May I say something?
No, you may not, Mr. Gardner.
Then may Mr. Smith say something?
No, he may not, Mr. Gardner.
Why are you all calling Mr. Smith Mr. Gardner?
Shut up.
You just called him Mr. Smith.
Yes, he's a taxi driver from Wood.
Taxi driver?
He's a farmer from Cathy.
Farmer?
He's a pansy from way back.
That much I know. No!
Now, if Stanley's stepfather were a pansy too, that would affect the little lad.
Look, I'm going to try to make some sense out of all of this. Mr. Smith, that's me.
And him.
Spelt up.
There are two of them.
I can see that.
Two Smiths, I mean.
That's just their cover-up for their homosexual activities going on here.
What homosexual activities? You take the
between him and him.
What?
They've admitted it.
They've only just met.
Yes, and I introduced them.
I'm beginning to see where you fit in, pussy. What the devil is wrong with you?
But my lovely John!
Your lovely John! Don't tell me you're giving the cleaning lady one go!
Cleaning lady? You mean the handyman? Oh, go on. That'll teach you for stealing John from me.
How can I steal him from a nun?
A nun? Is that what you're saying about me? Just because I like my sex normal?
The whole high ceilings in the bath now.
And who the bloody hell are you?
Who wants to know, Sunshine?
Detective Sergeant Troughton, Sunshine.
Ooh.
So, where do you fit in?
I practically live here now.
I see.
Upstairs normally.
You live upstairs, do you?
With Cyril.
With Cyril! I see.
I say, is Cyril Stanley's brother? Well, I may be confused about a lot of things, but I'm convinced Stanley should have been off that potty years ago.
Shut up, pussy! And what do you and Cyril do exactly?
Well, when we get around to it, we make profit.
You make right bloody nastiness! You, back in the bathroom!
I don't think there's more than I can
Do as you're told!
Bossy boots.
I think the time has come. I think the time came hours ago, John. I should have listened to you earlier, Stanley. It would have saved a lot of heartache. Yes, well, that's what I was saying. You did. He did. Here we go. The truth, John. Nothing but the whole truth. Absolutely. Right. First, I would like to dispel the rumor that the lovely lady who ran out the front door in a flood of tears is a nun. That is a concoction entirely of my own making. Nor is she married to Mr. Gardner, who does not have a disturbed schoolboy son called Stanley. And for those who have been led to believe otherwise, Mr. Gardner practices neither as a farmer nor as a homosexual, nor any combination of the two. And secondly, I would like to go on record as saying that the hysterical woman through there is neither my daily help nor is she a transvestite. And finally, I would like to say that all the aforementioned little white lies were contrived by me for the sole purpose of covering up my guilty secret. I am married to that lady in there and live here. At the same time, I am married to that other lady and I live somewhere else. Correct, Stanley? Correct, John.
You lying bastard!
Like a horse. turds.
I think the time has come.
I think the time came hours ago, John.
I should have listened to you earlier, Stanley. It would have saved a lot of heartache.
Yes, well, that's what I was saying.
You did. He did. Here we go.
The truth, John.
Nothing but
The whole truth.
absolutely right. First, I would like to dispel the rumor that the lovely lady who went out the front door in a flood of tears is a nun. That is a concoction entirely of my own making. Nor is she married to Mr. Gardner, who does not have a disturbed schoolboy son notwithstanding. And for those who have been led to believe otherwise, Mr. Gardner practices neither as a farmer nor as a homosexual, nor any combination of the two. And secondly, I would like to go on record as saying that this hysterical woman through there is neither my daily help nor is she a transvestite. And finally, I would like to say that all the aforementioned little white lies were contrived by me for the sole purpose of covering up my guilty secret. I am married to that lady in there and live here. At the same time, I am married to that other lady and I live somewhere else. Correct, Stanley?
Yes. Correct, John.